want to know what it is, honestly, there's no other reason except that I have to. There's just something in me that has to do this, whether it's on the side or whatever. I'm always going to have to be doing this because it's like it's in there. Do you know what I mean? And it has to come out. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just one of those things where you just have to do it. Well, I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania outside of the Philadelphia area. I had a pretty normal upbringing. I had 2 sisters. I was always sort of a creative person, whether it be using my imagination to play make-believe or, lots of different art mediums. I was lucky enough to have a lot of women around me that knew certain skills like how to knit and crochet and sew and paint. I mean, my aunt was an artist, my uncle was an artist, my niece is an artist, so it sort of runs in my family. So I was always into the arts, but mainly I would always sort of use my Barbie dolls as models and kind of cut fabric around them and hand sew it before I could use the sewing machine. So I was always knitting and crocheting and sewing things for Barbie. And then my mom finally taught me how to use the sewing machine when I was about 8 years old. And she taught me how to use commercial patterns, and then she kind of let me go after that. We did one project together and I sort of picked it up quickly. And then she watched me and really encouraged me to maybe go into the fashion design area of art. She saw that I sort of had a knack with fabrics and changing patterns, and so I really have my mom to thank for the encouragement in the right direction. Well, Stacie May is basically, it's like a part of my personality. I've always had this, desire to be free to just be yourself. And I think most women struggle with that a lot throughout their lives, and some conquer it and some don't. But I just feel like clothing would be a way to express yourself freely. So my line is very free and easy, very often vintage inspired. It's kind of just in me because of how I grew up and what I grew up around. So there's no avoiding that. There's like little snippets of vintage in there always with a modern twist. But I really, my brand is all about encouraging women to express themselves and have fun with what they wear. It's okay. I mean, I think a lot of women are afraid of judgment from mostly other women. And I think that we need to learn how to compliment each other more and learn how to just be free with what we wear. It's really important. This dress is actually from my very first collection. And it was part of what didn't show for Fashion Week the first time, but it was part of that collection. I did show it at Escondido Fashion Week that year. So, yeah, it's kind of like 60s style A-line. Real cute. I actually have one already made. It's real cute. It's kind of short A-line, and you can wear it over jeans or, with tights or leggings or something. Kind of dips down in the back a little bit. And this is actually like hand dyed, this ribbon. So it'll start out white and I have to hand dye it to get the right blue. So a little bit of work goes into it, but it ends up being all worth it for sure. Well, the first time was actually my first launch as far as this brand, Stacie May, and in San Diego. And so it was a really, really fantastic experience for me to get that, to work with someone who would guide you through it. It wasn't so big and scary to have someone who has a good business sense and was able to guide you through the process. And since then, I mean, many doors have opened for me because my name was associated with the Fashion Week, the first Fashion Week. And so I'm very grateful that I had that experience. Going into it in 2012, I feel that there is a tremendous amount of support. There's a lot of positive energy. There's just people that, you know, want to sponsor, and they really, I think that San Diego is really, really itching to have a fashion scene. And this is our opportunity to show the rest of the country, maybe the world, what we can do here. There's a lot of talent, and I think that maybe it's time that we get people to notice that. I think that doing it together is really important, and I know that for this Fashion Week there's a lot of camaraderie and there's a lot of teamwork. The designers really support each other, and we support the founders and directors and everybody else involved, just to make it, it's a team effort. It's not about one person or another person, it's about everybody. Teamwork is the way to go, and that's what I'm loving about this year's Fashion Week as well. So I'm really excited to see it all come together. I'm Stacy May, and I'm a designer for Fashion Week San Diego 2012.